2 Corinthians 12, 8, 10. 8 through 10, sorry. It was 3 different times I begged the Lord to take it away. Each time he said, my grace is all you need. My power works best in weakness. So, and he was talking about a situation where God gave him an errand to run or a message to go carry out, but he was just embarrassed because he had an imperfection. Like me, I have the lisp. I mean, whatever you call it, since my surgery. And then I have acne. So it's kind of like me, God. I told him to take this away. I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? But God says it's okay because the grace and power is all you need. And it's with that grace and power that he works best in. I mean, it's in that weakness that he works best in. So it's that weakness that's going to appeal to everyone else. That imperfection that's going to appeal to everyone else. So stop looking at perfection and trying to do everything this straight and narrow way in the sense of, I have to do it this way because I know I'm a perfectionist. And just let God take over and know that his grace and his power is what's going to shine forth and nothing else. And that's all that matters. And the fact that you are doing what it is that you're supposed to be doing in life. Does that make sense? Like you need to be, as long as you know and you're taking those action steps, God will literally take care of the rest. And that is how I've gotten to where I am. That is how I've accomplished all that I've accomplished. It is because I constantly first keep my eyes fixed on him and where I am going, which is actually, let me find that verse. I love it because whenever doubt and fear enters my heart, here, Proverbs 4:25, look straight ahead and fix your eyes on what lies before you. All right? I remember that got me so far in life because, especially in the, writing my book, because you're going to get those distractions and everything is going to want to stop you from going that way. Our natural fears, I talk about fears a lot because it's one of the biggest things that stops people from pursuing their goals. But this is why you need the Word of God. The Word of God is your armor. It's that double-edged sword, it cuts. And if you don't have the Word of God and you don't know it and you don't put it in your heart, then you have no weapon. It's like you're going out to war with no guns. You know what I mean? So the Word of God is your gun and you need it. And it's gotten me to where I am today and where I pray that he wants me to be. And the most important thing, there was another one. I have to have the Word of God. So a few, video clips back, I talked about, you gotta give me a shot. No. Trusting God and trusting him and walking in faith and speak of things that are not as if though they are. And then making sure they align with the Word of God. So I had a friend come to me, actually not a friend, a client come to me and asked me, she's in desperate desire of having a child. And she was crying. They tried so many different things, IVF, and they invested so much in trying to have a child. And my heart went out to her because I was once there, even though we had Layla, I know we wanted Leah, which is our second daughter, so much for Layla's sake. I didn't want her to grow up being a single child. But here is this woman, a beautiful woman at that. And when I say beautiful, internally, because I think that's what defines beauty. It's not what's on the outside. I believe it's what's on the inside. But I have to say that because it's so important that I make sure my daughter knows that. You can be pretty on the outside, but it's what's inside that really makes you stand out. But anyway, and here she is, and she's like, I want this desire so bad. How do I know? And then they say, your will be done, God. Yeah, I'm telling you, your will be done. But does that mean, am I willing to accept the fact that I may never have this child because this desire is so great? What do you tell someone like that? And I was like, she was like, so how do I know it's my desire? And I said, well, does it go along with the Word of God? And of course it does. Be fruitful and multiply. You know, that's one of the biggest things that he tells us to do. We're here to procreate, you know? And so the fact that the desire is there.
So we're here to get busy.
We're here to get busy. So the fact that the desire is there means that it is his will. It's not it's not your will. But maybe she might need to open the avenues a little bit. Maybe for her, she may need to adopt, but I'm not saying that, you know. But the point is to not give up hope. Hope is the substance of things. The faith is the substance of things hoped for, and the evidence of things not yet seen. So you still need to hope and pray that it's gonna happen, you know. But in the interim, what you do is you give it back to God. Are you still gonna love Him if He never gives you that child? Because He's a jealous God. You understand? Make sure your priorities are right, and your priority is first God. And when your priority is first God, He will naturally align everything up. It's going to be like a domino effect. And if that desire of you wanting a child is so great, then He's going to bless you with that desire. You understand? Then she's like, but no, I actually want to push the child out. Like, okay, so that adoption thing won't work. What do I do? And then I said, well, you know what? You got to hold on to hope. I waited almost 15 years to meet my husband from me crying over and over at night. It looked almost impossible. Sarah was barren before God finally blessed her with her first child, and Abraham. And then He even tried to take it away, Isaac. He asked Abraham to sacrifice Isaac after they waited so long. You know what I mean? So again, God will give you the grace and the courage to go through whatever trials you need to go through. The goal is to just remain faithful and keep seeking His face. Ask and you shall receive, seek and you shall find, knock and He shall answer. And then, I don't know. That's it.
You know I was recording that, right? That was dope.
What?
I was recording that the whole time. You know that, right?
I knew that.
Oh, word? I was trying to catch you.
I knew that.
So you would be natural and stuff.
I was trying to be as natural as I could, because I could look at you.
Yeah? So that'll work better?
Yes, it works better when I can look at you. It's because I know you're cute, but it works better because then I don't feel like I'm putting on an act. I can be myself.
Oh, shoot, I'm still recording.